Hello team, welcome to the session. In the previous session, we have discussed how to create a module tree structure in FireFlink platform and also what is the need for creating this module structure, right? Now, let's go ahead and start adding resources into respective modules and submodules here. When we say resources, why are we here? What is the main purpose of this test development section? What do we do mainly in test development in any organization? We do go ahead and write manual test cases and automation scripts, right? Now, in this session, let's discuss how to create a simple automation script in FireFlink platform, right? Now, I can add an automation script in two ways. I assume everyone are able to see this add automation script button on the right top corner. This is a generic button for the entire test development. So we can add automation script in two ways. One is I can just click on this add automation script button. Just click on this. You can see I'll be getting this pop-up called as create automation script. I'll get a pop-up called as create automation script. Now we have two options here: create a new automation script and add automation script to existing manual test cases. Here we are directly starting with writing a automation script, so we can select the first radio button. If we had added some test cases to this FireFlink platform, your manual test cases, and now you want to add automation script corresponding to the existing manual test case, then you can select the second radio button, right? Now in this scenario, I want to create one fresh, that means a new automation script. So I'll be selecting this first radio button, that is create new automation script, writing. Okay, for which scenario do you want me to write this write the automation script? That's the next class, right? So let me go ahead and write one particular script for login of ShopperStack application, right? Okay, let's say if I want to test an web application, first step is I should launch a browser. That is, I need to open a browser, then maximize the browser and enter an URL, right? Let's see how it works. Let's say I'm opening a fresh browser now. This is my new browser. Now I want to enter the URL. Okay, if this browser is in minimize status, I should maximize this browser using maximize browser window icon. Now, after maximizing it, I want to launch this particular ShopperStack application, so I will enter the URL here, right? So these are my three steps to launch any web application. I am going to repeat the same by adding the steps here, right? I will name this scenario as login to ShopperStack, right? Under this login module, I want to add an automation script. Earlier we were discussing we can add automation script in two ways. One is by clicking on the generic button on the top right corner, or we can mouse over on the module under which you want to add this particular automation script, right? Let's say I want to add this login scenario under login module. So I will just mouse over on this login module. I assume everyone can see this plus icon. I'll click on this plus icon. I will click on this add automation script button, add automation script button. Once I click here, I'll get the same pop-up, that is create automation script button. The only difference between clicking on this near this module automation script button is parent module will be taken automatically. Once we select this from here, from the module name, the parent module will be taken automatically, right? Now let me consider the test case ID as TC001 as the test case ID for this particular scenario. And what is my scenario? I want to verify the login functionality of ShopperStack application. So I will type the name, that is verify. If user is able to log in to ShopperStack application, right? I want to check whether user is able to log into ShopperStack application, right? This is my scenario. And what is the type of application that I'm automating? What is the scenario that is I'm automating? I am trying to automate a web scenario here. I'll just select the type as web and click on create. Now if you observe, I have created this scenario. That means test case 001, verify if user is able to log into ShopperStack application, right? If you want to know where like the UI is getting changed frequently, the UI which was there earlier is different, the UI which we have now is different. If you have this doubt, if you want to know where you are currently located, you can just refer to this path which is in the top. Okay, you can see this home, test development, scripts, module, login module, and the test case name. You can see this path here, right? This is the path, just like any folder path in any like a local of any PC. You will be having the path where you are currently located. I am currently inside this test case 001, that is the automation script here, right? I am inside an automation script, and I am under automation steps section here. So it is asking me to add automation steps for this scenario. What is my scenario? My scenario is for login, right? Let's add few steps and see how easy it is to add a script in FireFlink, right? What is the first step I performed for launching this Shopper Stack application? First, I opened a browser. So let me add a step for open browser. What is my action? My action is open browser. So I assume everyone can see the same action here. Open browser. I'll select this. I'll click on add. Right, done. Now I click on add by icon here. When I mouse on this, I'll get a plus icon. I click on this. Now I want to maximize browser window. So what I will take maximize. You can see maximize browser window step displayed here. I'll click on this. I'll click on add. See, very simple. Did I use any programming? Did I use any coding? No, right? It's very simple English that I'm trying to use here, right? Now I want to navigate to some URL, test URL. So I have typed navigate. You can see the first option here, navigate to URL. What is my URL? I need to launch this Shopper Stack URL here. So I'll copy this URL. I'll just paste it here, right? I'll click on add. Now, if you observe, I've added 3 steps. Open a browser, maximize the browser window, and navigate to so-and-so URL, right? I have launched these 3 steps, added these 3 steps, but did I use any programming here? No, right? Adding a script in FireFlink is as simple as adding English terms here, right? I can see nothing but English terms on the screen, right? Absolutely no programming is required here. Now, if you doubt that this is simple English, okay, how does it considered as a script, right? If you have that doubt, let me go ahead and execute these 3 steps and show you how it works. I assume everyone can see this run button on the top right corner. Let me go ahead and click on this run button and show how the execution happens.
So here if you can see, it is launching the browser, it is maximizing the browser, and it is navigating to the Shopper Stack application. So this is how easy it is to develop an automation script in FireFlink platform. So now let me go ahead and close this automation browser. Here if you can see, it is saying Chrome is being controlled by automated test software, right? So this is the automation browser which launched due to my automation script. I'll just close this. So now here if you can see, we are landing in the execution dashboard, right? So here it's still showing as awaiting client acknowledgement, the status, right? So I'll just click on the sync status over here. So once I click on the sync status, if you can see, I'm getting the past status. Now if I go to test development, and if I go to the exact script which I ran, right? So here if you will be able to see the stepwise result as well. So each and every step is giving a stepwise result. Can you see? Browser means open browser step group, open browser is passed, browser window maximized, navigated to the URL. So all the steps I can see here, right? So this is how easy it is to develop an automation script in FireFlink platform. All you have to do is use a simple English, write the steps, click on run button, and you can execute the same. So in this session, we have seen how to create a simple script in FireFlink platform. In the upcoming sessions, we will see the next topic. Thank you so much.